In the coming couple of tutorials, we're going to talk about pop art design, so it's very interesting and hopefully fun for you. Now, this is an example just to look at. We're not going to practice working on this little cute puppy, but just let me tell you that it's made up of several layers based on this original layer. Oh, he's so cute. And, basically the first layer is a color. And then the second one is a gradient of colors from turquoise to blue, and it has a blending mode, exclusion applied to it. The third color, the third layer is the ribbon and the little tongue, and then the fourth and fifth layers are basically bitmap effects. And what bitmap is the following. Let me show you how to have create a bitmap image from a real image. Let's say you have this original image, and you go to image mode, change it to grayscale, and then once it's a grayscale image, you can then go back to image mode and make it a bitmap and basically get pure blacks and pure whites of your image. If you want, obviously this is too dark, then you have to adjust the brightness and contrast before applying the bitmap so that the eyes are visible and so forth. But as I said, we're not going to cover this little puppy in detail. We're going to move to another exercise, which is this one, these little kittens. So what I want to do is basically apply a nice fuchsia color in the foreground and a yellow color in the background. And I went ahead and chose these, but obviously you can choose different colors. And then I want to go to filter and open my filter gallery. Okay, and obviously remember that in the filter gallery you have artistic, brush strokes, distort, sketch, stylize, texture. And for this exercise we want to go under sketch and then select halftone pattern. I'm sure you've seen this effect, especially with the dots, a lot. If I zoom out, it's a very pop art effect. Roy Lichtenstein uses this a lot. For example, the face or any effect made with these dots. For this exercise, we're going to select a circle instead of dot. Okay, now you can also manipulate this circle. You can change the size, make it smaller or bigger. You can add more contrast. Okay, so remember we went under sketch, halftone pattern, and we selected circle. You can select line or dot as well, and then hit OK. And then the image changes to a pop art effect. So, very quick, very easy, and very cute. So this is one exercise I wanted to cover. The second one is very interesting. Let me hit F to go to this view where I see less panels. So this is an image of a little boy and a little girl, and we want to change this image into a very nice pop art poster because currently it's it's cropped out, as you can see, and we want to change the image from being a real image into a poster. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing I want to do is duplicate the layer I already have because this is my original layer. Let's call it background. And then this is the duplicated layer, and let's call it dup1 because we might duplicate again later. Okay, now what we want to do to this duplicated image, we can go ahead and hide background. We don't need to work with it. What we want to do to this dup1 is apply threshold. So let's go under image, adjustments, threshold. Okay, so this is similar to bitmap when we went and changed the image to black and white by choosing grayscale and then changing that to bitmap. Threshold is similar. Let me choose a value that works for my image because as you can see I lost the details of the little boy. I don't see the hair details anymore and so forth. So let me drag the slider down to, let's say, 114 is a good value, and hit OK. Okay, now let's go ahead and empty the whites, because this image now is made up of blacks and whites. Let's go ahead and select the eyedropper tool and click on a white section. Okay, take the magic wand, select the white, and then go to select similar. Okay, so that selects all the white pixels for you on this document, and all you need to do is just delete. So what we're left with is basically the blacks. Okay, and I think I'm happy with the outcome of the dresses, the bodies, but not really the head. So let's go ahead and crop the heads using the lasso tool. Just crop the heads. Okay, and what we can do now is duplicate the background layer one more time, unhide it, call it dupe 2, and then same thing, go to image, adjustment, threshold, and now focus on the heads, right? Because we already have the body layer, which is dupe 1. Now we're working on dupe 2, which is the heads. So let's put the threshold down. This time we can put it a bit even more down, you know, to get the details of the hair, which is, you know, nice. Okay, say okay. And then again, take the magic wand, click on the whites, select similar to select all the white pixels on this layer, and then delete. But remember now, if I go ahead and hide dupe 1, I still have these effects on dupe 2, which I don't need, because I'm content with the bodies on dupe 1. So while on dupe 2, let me take the lasso tool and then delete these effects on the body. So now I have basically the hair and the bodies. Now I'm going to continue adding layers, so it's going to start getting confusing. So a better idea is to name these properly. Let's call dupe 1 bodies, and let's call dupe 2 hair. Okay, let's now work on the face. So again, I will take the background layer, duplicate it, and again, unhide it, go to image, threshold, and let's see what we need to do now. So you see I have a problem, because the girl's face is quite bright, while the boy's face is quite dark. So if I go down in the levels of my threshold, I'm losing the details from the girl's face, but I'm keeping those of the boy. So a good thing I can do is basically burn some of the parts of the girl's face with the burn tool right here, in order to make them as black as the contour around the profile of the boy. Okay, so let me use this brush and burn, you know, the nose, the lips, okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and apply. Hopefully I won't lose any details anymore. Actually, I can burn the eyes as well, because I remember they were disappearing. Okay, image, adjustments, threshold, and put this down to, okay, wonderful. This is a good effect, you see? So I have the faces, I have the details of the eyes and the profiles. That's all I need. 85 is good, hit OK. Again, take the magic wand, select the whites, select similar to select all white pixels, delete. And remember that from this layer, which is faces, let's call it faces, we only need the faces and nothing else. So to do that, we can take the lasso tool and just make a selection of the faces, including the complete profile and the eyes, forehead, and so forth. So I need this section. I don't need anything outside of this section. That's why I'm going to go to select inverse, so that everything outside that selection gets selected, and then I can hit delete. Okay, wonderful. So now I have the faces layer, the hair layer, and the bodies layer. Okay, now let's start working with colors.